Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whenever it is you're tuning in. Welcome to Ticket Price, Top 10 Edition. I am your co-host, Jake, and with me as always, co-host, master of all, the only man who thinks that the baby from the television show Dinosaurs should have gotten more lines. Tevis from Ed Master Control. How are you, sir? Deep cut there. That's a deep reference.
Wow, that hurts. You said a lot of things to me.
The baby
Oh.
gotta love me.
God, I hated that show so much.
I love the show. I hate the baby.
I tried to watch it, and I couldn't get past. And it was the baby, honestly.
It was the baby. Oh yeah, I actually have sat through that show start to finish.
Really?
Yeah. The ending is super dire, like bleak.
Yeah, I heard.
It's the darkest ending to a show ever. But the baby is the worst character.
Yes, 100%.
Now, the episode where Sinclair and his boss, it's whatever the national holiday is for when you chuck your mother-in-law off a cliff into the tar pits because she's too old. There's a whole thing where it's like, yep, mother a bit too old, heave ho. And so they just talk about how they're just like, oh man, his boss, who's the big triceratops thing.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, Sinclair, get in here. And he's like, I want you to have these. These are the gloves I wore when I chucked my old battle axe mother-in-law off that cliff and she screamed all the way down.
Jesus
You'd
Christ.
appreciate that episode, I think. It's actually surprisingly dark humor, but I think that's why you would enjoy it. I'm the baby, gotta love me.
If they would throw the baby off the cliff,
Right?
then the show would have been a whole lot better.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the baby does die at the end of the series, as they all do.
I am super happy right now.
All right, so today's... See, these are the jokes people get when I'm put on the spot, because this is actually a bonus episode we didn't have planned to do today. And, I had to come up with something. That's what I came up with.
So hell with it. Let's just do it.
I'm sorry, everyone. That's what we got. So, our top 10 list for Halloween. Also, happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you're all having a fun, spooky time, but also safe. Let's be real.
Yeah, check your candy, damn it.
Oh, well, true, but I just meant more like, don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs and drive. If you're trick-or-treating with your kids, please make sure you've got either those like, those little glow-in-the-dark wristbands or necklaces or some kind of reflective gear so oncoming cars can see your children. Let's have a fun and safe holiday.
Yeah. Only go to homes that have their porch light on.
Yeah, if the porch light is off, don't go there.
Yeah.
If there's no decorations and it kind of smells like blood, don't go to that house.
Yeah, that's my house. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Smoking some meat tonight.
Yeah.
All right, no, we are looking at the top 10 horror movie villains. So, killers, monsters, villains, whatever whatever the horror movie genre. Horror.
That's terrible.
I keep saying horror.
Yeah, we gotta enunciate a little bit on that, don't we?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Is this in any particular order?
Yes. Actually, you know what mine is?
Yours
Yep.
is?
Mine from 10 to 1, mine is in a particular order. As I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I think this order is right. But it might not be tomorrow. But for the sake of this episode, this is in order for me.
Mine is from 4 on.
Okay, so your top 4 is in order.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I guess how do we want to start? Do you want to jump in with your number 10? And I don't know if we've ever talked about this specifically in our top 10s. With our show, we try to be really analytical and put personal opinions and biases aside. We don't let nostalgia cloud. But for our top 10s, no, none of those rules mean anything. This is 100% personal preference.
Yes, 100%. All these are... I have a very fondness of all of these.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in my heart, and I love them. And I love watching them murder people.
See, this was the hardest list I've had to come up with for this show because I'm not, as everyone knows, I'm not the horror movie guy. So I'm like, Oh God, can I even name 10 horror movie villains? Like, shit. I did my best. I got some on here I think you're going to
Laugh at?
laugh at. Yeah.
Okay,
You're going to tease me
that's
mercilessly.
all right.
You know, I can give it, but I can't take it.
I
You
know.
know this.
I know.
Okay.
I'll be gentle.
Thank you. You want to start us off or do you want me to?
You go ahead.
All right. My number 10,
Okay.
the zombies from Train to Busan.
Oh, I have yet to see that one.
You haven't seen
I have not seen that one yet.
Train to Busan? I truly believe is the best zombie movie to date.
Okay. And that has a lot of competition.
Yeah, but that competition is a lot of stinkers.
Yeah, there's some good ones in there too,
There's
though.
some, but no, Train to Busan has a great story. The cast kills it. The zombies are terrifying because they're fast. But they're not just fast, they're also hyper aggressive.
Like 28 days later.
Yeah, but instead of just like a couple of them on screen, there's a bunch of them. Because, you know, it's a town in what, South Korea? Or I should say it's a South Korean city full of fast, aggressive zombies.
I'll have to check that out now.
Oh yeah. So the zombies also just, you know, that just I was like, I don't know if this is really my number 10, but I'm going to do it just because it gives me a chance to plug Train to Busan. Love that movie. If you haven't seen it, like Tevis, watch Train to Busan. Oh yeah.
My number 10 is the xenomorph from the Alien movie, the original Alien movie.
Man, that seems low to me. You love the Alien movies.
I do. But like I said, this one is in no particular order.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Until we get to 4 and up.
Wait, the Xenomorph doesn't crack your top 4?
No.
That does genuinely surprise me.
Yeah, no. And it's honestly, it was a tough decision, but he would probably be number 5, or she, whatever,
It.
would probably be number 5.
I don't think the Xenomorph has a gender.
I don't think so either, except the queen,
Yeah.
because they call her the queen, and she lays eggs like a chicken.
She does have. Well, like I don't recall chickens having that giant bulbous egg sac protruding out of their rear end, but you know what? I'm not a farmer, so I don't know a whole lot about chickens.
Yeah, no, they don't. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
have that. Yeah, so
but talk us through why this xenomorph.
well, the Alien, the original movie, is really the only true horror movie
Mm-hmm.
of the entire franchise. Aliens is by far my favorite.
But it's an action movie.
It's an action movie. It has its horror moments, but all in all, it's a action movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Alien 3, you know, it's fine.
The one, if you've listened to our episodes, that's the one I have famously forgotten existed.
Yes,
because
yes.
I thought 3 was 4.
Was Resurrection, yes,
Yeah.
and I wanted to punch you in the face.
What else is new? I'll have you in a sharpshooter so quick. Join us on our YouTube where I make Tevis tap out.
But no, it's just super creepy learning throughout the movie about the organism. And then it has so many, not just, it has jump scares, but there is some genuine creepy moments, like when Dallas is in the air duct.
Oh,
and you can hear that heartbeat monitor going, and it's
the motion
tracker going, and it's like it's somewhere in here.
It's right on top of you, Dallas.
And then he turns around, and there it is, reaching out for him. It's like, holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
It scares the shit out of me every time, and I know it's coming.
You're waiting for it.
I am, but yeah, I love the xenomorph. Yeah, that's my number 10.
All right, number 9. Pennywise from the 07 It. I enjoy Tim Curry's portrayal of it from the TV movie.
So, I'm sorry,
but it's Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård.
No, his is the definitive performance.
Oh yeah,
of Pennywise. It's so good. It's creepy, but it's also super terrifying. And let's be real, I'm specifically calling out the 07, the first It with Skarsgård, not the sequel. Because the sequel, I'm not even sure is a horror movie.
I don't know what it is.
I don't think the movie did either.
It's
The sequel falls off hard.
that is the biggest, probably the biggest fall off of a movie that I've had so much hope for
Mhm.
after seeing the original and then going into the sequel. It's like, what the hell happened?
Like, it has good moments, and it has a great cast, but
Yeah,
no,
it doesn't work. None of it does.
no. But the '07 one with the
Oh yeah,
kids, that Pennywise is nightmare fuel.
absolutely.
So number 9, '07 Pennywise.
Don't you mean 2017, you jackass?
Okay, that's a little low. It's a little low, but my number 9 is the original Terminator,
The
the
800.
800 model, Arnold Schwarzenegger in the original Terminator movie. He is menacing. You can't stop him. He will hunt you until you die and or it dies. It just won't stop.
But it can't die.
Yeah. Well, it does die.
Doesn't
Spoilers.
die in the OG.
The He gets crushed. She crushes it in that factory or whatever they run into.
No, I don't know. That's why I'm
You had
asking.
never seen it? Oh yeah, you told me you never did see it.
No, I've seen it, but I'm not a big Terminator guy, so I haven't seen it in decades. The death I can picture, I believe, is 2 when he lowers in lava,
Right.
and you get like the stupid Fonzie thumbs up as I hate it's so dumb. Terminator's so dumb. James Cameron sucks. But no, I don't know how the original Terminator dies.
they run into some factory, and I don't know what the factory does. It doesn't really specify what they're making, but Kyle Reese blows it up with a pipe bomb, and it ends up just being a torso, and it's crawling after Linda Hamilton going through this machine, and she turns the machine on, and it crushes the thing. Super cool design. I love the look of the Terminator. Endoskeleton? Yeah, endoskeleton.
I guess so because he has his like flesh suit
Yeah,
on. I don't.
his meat suit.
If the time machine or whatever they use could only send organics back, which is why he's in the meat suit,
Right.
wouldn't it just send the meat suit and the actual Terminator robot would just be standing there like an asshole? Just going, oh, it didn't work, guys.
Just looking around like, I'm naked.
Right? He'd just be like, am I in the past? And they're going, no, you idiot. It didn't work. These are questions I have.
No, I think since it's encased in the meat suit, I mean, obviously it works.
I mean, right, clearly, because
Yeah,
it works
shows
in the movie. Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay. Number 8.
Number 8, the '07 Halloween Michael Myers. The giant Michael Myers.
That is funny.
The refrigerator Michael Myers. The Michael Myers that would not fit through a standard doorway.
That guy is a monster.
The Michael Myers that got into a fight with that trucker and legitimately tore apart a truck stop bathroom.
You know it stunk in there so bad.
Well, the guy was with the trucker whose name I've forgotten was mid-dump.
Just pinched one off.
And he kept talking about how he was mid-dump and this was going to take a while, and while he looked at his current issue of Skank.
Oh, I hate that part.
I hate that whole beginning movie.
I do too.
Until Michael Myers gets to Haddonfield, that movie sucks. But then it gets a lot better.
Yeah,
But no, of Michael Myers, '07 Michael Myers is where it's at.
Yeah, I agree.
It's huge. He's terrifying. And I actually believe, like, because you look at like regular Michael, and I'm like, okay, I'm a grown man. Even when I was like a teenager, right? I'm like 17. I'm like, okay, he's coming at me. Regular Michael. I could defend myself. I've got at least a 50-50 chance. '07 Michael Myers? Nah, son. Nah. I could have a gun and I wouldn't have a 50-50 chance against that grizzly bear of a man. Not a chance. All right,
funny.
sir. Number 8.
Number 8 for me. Gotta have Michael Keaton on my list. Beetlejuice.
Oh, wait. Horror movie?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Horror movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a stretch, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm making the rules here, damn it.
This list was your idea.
That's true. Yeah, no, I think Beetlejuice is such a cool character.
Agreed.
He's so fun,
Yeah.
so crude.
He's an asshole.
He is an asshole. But he's hardly in the movie,
That's true too.
but he's the main reason you watch the movie.
He introduced an entire generation to the music of Harry Belafonte.
I know, right? And I am one of them. Like, I love this music. This is so good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Beetlejuice.
Horror movie?
Horror. Yes.
Beetlejuice?
Don't say it anymore, because if you say Beetlejuice one more time, he's gonna show up.
Good. He can tell me where he got his dope suit. We'll go shopping.
Hell yes.
All right. What are we on here? Number 7?
Number 7.
The Shark. Jaws.
Ah. Nice pick.
Right. It's a classic. That movie still gets me. The shark looks like ass, but at this stage, in 2023. But I love that movie. And what a great, believable enough villain, right? You have a shark and you're like, it's just an animal, but it's much larger than a great white should be, could be, whatever. It's hyper aggressive. It's just on a feeding frenzy. It's just plausible enough that it's especially for a horror movie that you can it's easy to suspend your disbelief every time that shark the barrels. You don't even see the shark.
Right.
It's just the barrels.
I was
And you're
just about
like,
to say the barrels are
and you
creepy.
and you're like, oh God, where'd the barrels go?
Yeah.
Where'd the barrels go?
Yeah, I love it when Quint is saying no shark's ever taken down 2 barrels or whatever, and then
not with 3.
Yeah.
Not with 3 he can't. And then the barrels just go down. And it's like, no way. Yeah.
super good.
Jaws.
Movie. What are we on? 7?
7.
Okay. My number 7 is Jason Voorhees from the Jason Lives.
Which one is now? Okay, you want to talk about a movie series that I have no idea of the timeline of? Friday the 13th.
And that's fair, because it's kind of all over the place.
Now, is this post Jason Goes to Hell, and then we get the Freddy versus Jason, or is this pre?
Pre.
So at some point, Jason died.
Right.
For the movie to then be called Jason Lives.
Yeah, well, he died. Technically, he dies in all of them, I think, but he always finds a way to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one, the beginning of the movie, he's buried. Somehow he's buried. I don't remember how he gets buried, but Tommy shows up with a little friend of his at the beginning of the movie and digs him up.
Freaking Tommy Jarvis.
Yeah, and is like, I got to make sure he's dead. And so he takes this metal spear pole thing he finds in the cemetery and basically stabs him multiple times and then leaves it in him. And then a bolt of lightning comes and
I know that resurrection
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, it acts as a lightning
Yeah.
rod. Yeah, because God went, get to work.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
But that's a reference to the fan theory that Jason Voorhees is in fact not the villain, but an agent of God's wrath.
I
which
like that.
Which is a fan theory I do enjoy.
I do enjoy that one too.
Also, I guess it's like Jason technically dies at the end of all. Can he though? Because even when Jason Voorhees is a character, which is the second one, he's undead already. Because we know the actual Jason Voorhees
that's right,
died as a little boy.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how that all works.
How did he grow?
I don't know.
You know what? Let's not get into this rabbit
no
hole.
Shit. I'm about to hang on while I do some Googling.
Oh, God, we don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, I just think that one's the best. Just his whole design and everything is really cool.
What about his design? So, like, for our audience and for myself, which one is Jason Lives? How would we recognize him?
Oh, he's
just that particular model.
In the older ones, his mask is fairly clean.
Mm-hmm.
This one, he's got a hatchet mark in the top of his head, the mask is just a lot more beat up, and
Mhm.
he's dirtier. He's got parts of his rib cage is showing, and maggots and everything is kind of rolling
I
out.
know exactly which one
Yeah.
now. Yep. As
Yeah.
soon as it was like, I was like, okay, he's describing. I'm picturing one. You said rib cage. Yep, I know exactly which one you're talking
And there's
about.
multiple parts, like his whole back, like his
You can see his
clothes are all
spine,
wrapped. You can see
right?
his spine, and
Yeah,
yeah, that's just super cool to me.
because he's undead.
Yeah.
Actually, there's also, I don't know if it was a crossover, or if it's a fan theory that Jason Voorhees might be a Deadite,
Oh, you said something to me
and
about
that
that one
you
time.
know what, our hail to the king. We need Ash to come in and chainsaw his ass.
I read somewhere there was supposed to be like a crossover, like they did with Freddy versus Jason, but they were going to do something with Ash Williams as well.
Hmm.
And I thought Michael Myers was going to be a part of it, which I don't know how that would work.
I don't like that,
I don't either.
but
But
Jason 100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously that hasn't happened since the Freddy versus Jason movie. But
Because
I don't
that
know.
movie's a turd.
That is a bad movie. But it has some fun moments.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, it's a shit show.
All right, what are we on, number 6?
Number 6.
For my number 6, I'm going all the way back to 1954.
Oh,
Black and white.
okay.
This was one of the first films made in Japan after the U.S. embargo on, not embargo, but after the U.S. no longer had a say in what kind of media or propaganda the Japanese could or couldn't make. And of course, I'm talking about the original, the OG original Godzilla from 1954. That is the embodiment of the fear and the terror of nuclear power, as written, directed, and acted by people that had experienced it.
I have seen that one before, and I hadn't seen it in a long time until I took a college course, and it was
Yeah.
basically reviewing movies and breaking them down, and we watched that one. Oh my god, I had forgotten how good that movie was.
That movie is great. And
It's better than half of the ones, maybe all the ones that have been released since.
it could be. You know what? We might do a Godzilla deep dive at some point.
That would be fun.
Because we've talked about different ideas, especially these movies that are like a bunch of a huge series, like a Friday the 13th or Halloween or whatever, and we just like at some point we're gonna cover enough of them that we might just watch all of them and then just break down the whole series, right? We should do Godzilla 100%.
I agree.
But no, the movie that started it all, because he had, even for the black and white era, it's a great look. You believe this terrifying monster that you've never seen before, and it rises from the depths, and it's got the atomic breath, and the tanks, and the planes, and the missiles, and nothing stopping it as it just tears Tokyo to pieces. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good choice. I like that one. So what are we on, number 6?
Number 6.
All right, my number 6 is Michael Myers, 07.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah,
He is the most terrifying Michael Myers.
he is. I mean, the movie, you can say what you will about the movie. The villain in the movie is better than the original.
Yeah. Which I believe is actually that is the single. Was that the single category it won in the showdown? No, it won 2 categories.
Yeah, there was that one, and I think
I can't remember what the second.
the better Loomis.
Oh, it did have a better
I
Loomis.
think.
But far and away, it has the best Michael.
Absolutely. Number 5.
Number 5, I mentioned that I thought yours was ranked low. From the original Alien, the Xenomorph. And again, like you had mentioned, the other movies aren't really horror movies. Not truly.
Right.
But this one is the embodiment of we are trapped on a relatively small spaceship, and there is something with us. It is surprisingly large, inconceivably strong, and it's hunting us. And there's not a damn thing we can do about it.
And there's nowhere you can go.
Was it in the original tagline, in space, no one can hear you scream.
Yes.
And this movie embodies that tagline. And it's chilling. Even now, it's still chilling to me. The original Xenomorph will never be topped in my eyes. As far as Alien, the aliens go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree.
But I don't really have anything else because we've covered it a little bit already.
Yeah.
So number 5,
Number
sir.
5.
Number 5.
I had one written down,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wasn't real confident with it, so I scratched it out and I changed it. The one I picked instead was it's from, I believe, 87.
Okay.
The Blob.
Oh,
If you have never seen The Blob
yeah.
from the 8, I know it's 86, 87, 88, somewhere in that area.
somewhere in there.
Man, there's a scene in that movie, and it still sticks with me to this day. The kid, one of the guys, the girl's boyfriend, I think it is in this office room for some reason. I can't remember why. But the blob is in the ceiling, and it falls down and lands on top of him. And then she opens the door, and he's reaching out for her for help, and the blob is just, you can see like his skull is formed. Oh, it's so creepy. Such an amazing shot.
Now that's a remake, is it not?
Yeah, it's a remake from
Yeah.
like the 50s, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also the inspiration for my Dungeons and Dragons brothers and sisters out there for the gelatinous cubes and the other miscellaneous oozes that will eat you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess absorb you would be would be more correct. But I know the scene you're talking about, and it's hard. It's hard to watch because you're just watching this guy melt.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
As he's trying to reach out for help, and you're just, oh my god.
Yeah. And I don't remember any other scenes from that movie so vividly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really remember if the movie's even that good. But I loved it.
Yeah, depending on what level your party is, have your wizard cast magic missile and everyone get to running.
So yeah, that's my number 5, The Blob.
All right, now we're breaking on to number 4, and this is where your list finally achieves actual ranking, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now I'm more excited for your list now than I was before, and I super enjoy these lists. My number 4 from 1987. Again, the original Predator. Where let's take Aliens, the sequel to Alien.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going, okay, this is a horror movie, and then you watch it and you go, oh no, it's an action movie. Predator is, oh, I'm watching an action movie. Oh no, I'm not. and shoot, in the beginning, so you see the Predator ship coming to Earth, and then they just don't mention that at all for a decent amount of time as we follow these commandos into the jungle. Right? Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers are leading these commandos, right? Into the jungle, and they're fighting like like some of them are Russian, some of them are,
they're not very good commandos.
I thought they were very good commandos.
No, the ones that they're fighting.
Oh, no, well, no, those guys were not commandos. They were guerrillas.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah.
But
they're
they
guerrillas.
Guerrillas. They were just like miscellaneous terrorist-esque bad guys, right? That's all they were.
Yeah, they just run around in the open and shoot.
Yeah,
randomly.
And then the commandos take them out. But like throughout the process, you find like that unit of Green Berets that got sent before Schwarzenegger's team skinned alive, and Anna, the woman that was in the base that they captured, starts to talk about how like the people of her village talk when the summers grow hot, men disappear. And this summer has been very hot. And then one by one, these guys are hunted. And then when you actually see it, I love the Predator is my favorite I think creature.
Really?
Like the armor, the weaponry, the cloaking, the little, the red triangle aiming
Yeah.
reticle before his shoulder turret just annihilates you. His blade gauntlets. Then when he takes his helmet off and you see his face, what a fantastic looking monster. The
I agree.
Predator is fantastic, and the movie is fantastic. So number 4, Predator. Yeah.
Okay.
It hunts xenomorphs for sport. What else can hunt a xenomorph? Predators can.
That
Was
is
it
true.
the Yautja? The Yautja, which is the name, I believe, of the species. We call them predators. They're actually called Yautjas.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
They're from the comics, son. From the Predator comics.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Number 4, your first sequential one. I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready
My
to be
number
disappointed.
4. I was going to pick just one of them, but they are all super cool. So I'm going to pick the main one, but as a whole, they're all here.
I am on the edge of my seat. I have no idea what you're talking about. The Children of the Corn?
Oh my God! How'd you know? What was his name?
He had a name?
Yeah, the leader,
I think his name was Little Bastard.
little Ameriquai or whatever. Jamiroquai. No, I don't know.
Damn it, Jamiroquai, get out of the cornfield. We gotta harvest that.
Stop harassing Linda Hamilton, damn it.
No, I'm on the edge. I have no idea what you're talking about.
My favorite, number 4, is Pinhead.
Oh.
But the Cenobites as a whole are fucking outstanding.
The Cenobites are cool, but none of them are Pinhead.
No. The only one that I like almost more than Pinhead is the Doctor from number 2, because he has this big worm-like thing attached to his head that carries him around everywhere.
I have no idea who you're talking
Oh
about.
man, it's so cool.
Now there are some pretty lame Cenobites, aren't there? Isn't there one that's like based on like a CD player?
I was
or
getting ready
some
to say
stupid
that one.
shit.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, in number 3, they have one that can shoot CDs out its mouth or some shit, and it does. It gets
cool.
There's a few of them that are kind of stupid, but
All right.
all in all,
No. Talk to us about Pinhead.
Pinhead is amazing. I love his look. The cuts on his chest where they're folded down over his suit. I've seen Hellraiser a few times. I like it a lot. I don't know a whole lot about his backstory, because once you get past 2, it kind of gets a little hokey. I think there's like 8 or 9 of them.
At this point, yeah, I think there are.
And no, I refuse. If Doug Bradley is not Pinhead, I don't watch them.
That's fair.
But they have the Chatterer. Has no eyes and his mouth is just constantly chattering. The lady, I don't know her name, but has the neck exposed where it's all laid open.
Oh yeah, isn't there a big fat one?
There is
big fat. I can't remember his deal.
I can't either.
But he's in. I think he's in almost as many as Pinhead. He's always just one of like Pinhead's right hands.
Yeah,
like,
he's just hanging out in the background.
Yeah.
But no, they all have a super cool design, and I love it. And it's very much an influence on my artwork.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's traumatizing.
Yeah,
your artwork.
Thank you very much.
Your artwork is very much. Also, is your portfolio available? Like, do you have anything online that our fans can check out?
Not at the moment.
You should work on that.
I know
like,
I
if
should.
you're into like the Hellraiser stuff, the Silent Hill kind of body horror stuff, if you're just into really cool, really well drawn and detailed artwork, check out Tevis's stuff. You are skilled, my friend.
Well, thank you. Once I do get my head out of my ass and get something put up there, I will let everyone know.
Could you give us a more reasonable amount of time to wait for? Because the human lifespan is only 100 years if you're lucky.
That is true. That is true. So don't hold your breath, y'all.
Unless your head is really far up there like it is for Tevis and I, in which case you should probably hold your breath. Actually, I want to talk about Pinhead just a second.
Sure.
Because I still have never seen a Hellraiser movie. None of them.
Okay.
I've seen a few small snippets, and I know who Pinhead is, and I've seen miscellaneous, Cenobites, right? But I actually have one memory in particular of Hellraiser.
Okay.
I'm probably 4, maybe 5. And we're taking a family trip to Blockbuster because we're going to rent a handful of VHSs and, just to watch it, And I can remember being with my brother who loves horror movies. And being, because he's 4 years older than I am, and the little sibling, you want to hang out with your big brother. That's cool. There's a point in time where your big brother is the coolest person on the planet.
I agree.
So I'm hanging out with my big brother. And we're walking through the horror movies, and I just still can vividly remember the VHS box of Hellraiser. At least I think it's the original. It might not be, but it's essentially a black case with just Pinhead's face and just the white face and and it freaked me out. I'm like, I didn't like run and hide or be, cry, but I just there was something about it that unsettled me deeply. And I'm like, I can't deal with this. Can't deal with this.
No, I 100% agree with you because I was the same way. When I first seen the box art for it, I was like, I don't think I want to watch that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that until the 90s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I like 95, 96. I think it came out in 87.
I have no
I
80
can't
something.
remember,
I have no
yeah.
idea what.
But I was like you. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't want anything to do with that. And that statement remains true for me. I don't want to deal with that. All right. What are we on? Number 3?
Number 3.
All right. Iconic. Game changing. Industry changing. Immediately recognizable by sight or sound from Jurassic Park. The T-Rex.
Okay. That's a little on the Beetlejuice side.
You got one, I get one.
I know,
You got one. Hey, it is listed as a horror movie. Eat my ass. Nom nom nom
Is that
nom
what
nom.
it says? Horror movie, eat my ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tevis can eat my ass. Yeah. It's
Is that
there.
on the IMDb page?
It is now. It's definitely on the wiki after this. Excuse me, I have to go to my computer for a second.
Gotta check my email.
Yeah.
And then nothing else.
No, I mean, come on. Kind of like in the same vein as like a Godzilla or even a Xenomorph or Predator. How cool. You just look at it and you're just going, oh my God. We just did the deep dive on the T-Rex escaping its paddock scene. Like, man, that T-Rex is so cool.
Yeah.
And it raises just all the hell. It just, it destroys because it's big and it doesn't care because it's the king, right? You want to talk about an actual apex predator. Yeah.
It does what it wants.
Yeah, because it can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like me in a bathroom. I'm going to do what I want because I can. Don't come in after me. It's not, toilet won't even work. It doesn't even matter. No. And you know what? Everyone who's seen Jurassic Park, you sitting here right now, T-Rex roar. You can hear the memory. You can hear it because it's so iconic.
It's amazing. It's such a great.
In 2023, a movie from legitimately 30 years ago visually holds up. And what holds up? The T-Rex does. So amazing. All right, sir. Number 3.
Okay, my number 3. Mine is very iconic.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very distinct silhouette.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh my God.
That fat.
I hate that guy.
Wait, you hate Alfred Hitchcock? How do you hate Alfred? He's the king of cinema horror.
I don't know.
We wouldn't even be talking about this list if it wasn't for him.
I know. I just, no, we're not getting me off on a Alfred Hitchcock tangent.
That's what you think.
So this has a very distinct silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
You can recognize him by sound as well.
Okay.
He's had, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, 8 movies.
Okay.
Freddy
There
Krueger.
it is. I knew it. I knew
Yeah.
exactly who it was going to be.
The reason he is this high, his movies have drastically gotten worse
After one.
after one. Um,
Dream Warriors. Jerk off, jerk off, jerk off.
but after, if they would have just done one and left it alone, he still would have been this high on my list. He scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Really?
Yes. Like, it was so bad. I remember, and the only reason I got in this high is because of this memory. I would stay up late on the weekends when I didn't have school, and I'd get to watch, my mom and dad would let me watch whatever I wanted, pretty much. So I'm in the living room getting ready to watch something on HBO. I don't remember what it was about to pop up. But in between the movies, they would run commercials, for lack of a better word. And then I remember all of a sudden, Freddy pops up on the screen and starts talking about something. I don't know what the hell he was saying. I didn't care. I was like, and I was fine if I didn't see him.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen him, I was like, holy shit, no. I shut the TV off and I went to bed. I was like, I don't care what movie was that was coming on.
That's what he wanted you to do.
I know, and I fell right into his trap.
Boom, dead.
But he's got the silhouette so cool with the hat,
The glove.
the glove, and the way he stands with his shoulder kind of cocked
Yeah.
down. Robert Englund was amazing.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nobody that can do Freddy
Not like that.
they tried with Jackie Earl Haley, and it was terrible.
I thought he did an okay job.
Yeah,
But he's not Robert Englund.
no.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that one memory and how terrifying Freddy was for me. That's why that's high on the list.
That why you don't go to the hospital burn wards or
No, I don't go to the hospital burn wards because I like pizza too much. I don't want them to ruin pizza for me.
You mean like how Freddy opened that box of pizza and all the meatballs were
Little heads.
people?
Yeah.
Okay, which one is it where one of the characters is deaf? And so in the dream world, he loses his hearing aid, and for no reason other than his own asshole amusement, Freddy's behind him shouting things. But we're hearing what the character hears, which is nothing. So we get this long sequence of this kid who's trying to find his hearing aid in the middle of Freddy's factory, and he's just behind him being an asshole for no reason. He's not even building up the tension or like trying to like scare the kid like a Pennywise would or anything.
Yeah.
He's just being a dick for his own amusement as this poor kid can't hear anything.
I don't know. After they started getting really, really cheesy and over the top with the humor part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly which one that is. It's probably like Dream Warriors or.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
though.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, Mr. Krueger. That was 3?
That was 3.
All right, number 2.
Number 2.
Classic. We've talked about it.
I know what it is.
John Carpenter's The Thing. The Thing! My number 2. Fantastic movie. Amazing creature. Not just the practical effects, except for the window scene. If you don't know what we're talking about, go check out our episode on John Carpenter's The Thing. The window scene isn't good, but the whole idea of it is you have an alien organism that will defend itself at a single cell level, so it's never what's the word I'm looking for? Passive. It's never dormant. It's never dead. As long as there's a cell, it will continue to do its thing, unless you freeze it, apparently. But then even from that one cell, it will kill you one cell at a time and replicate you, and you're dead before you even know it. And then it assumes control and continues to spread. What a cool idea. What a cool concept, right? That's horrifying. And then it builds that tension of paranoia. And so now it's scary without even needing to actually be there, because the mere idea of it pits all of us survivors in that situation against each other, because we don't know who is human and who is the thing. And then, of course, when we actually get to see the thing and like the dog scene and, you know, all the awesome moments we've talked about in the episode. Fantastic. Fantastic monster, fantastic movie. Kurt Russell, yeah, fuck you too, and blows up with the dynamite. Number 2, The Thing. Oh, yeah.
Okay. My number 2, there's not much more to say about it. You said earlier. It's Pennywise.
Oh, well, you know what? You did say you thought that was low, where I put him.
Yeah. That movie freaked the hell out of me. The 07, not the,
You're a grown ass man.
well, no, it's not 07, was it? No, 2017.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I have 07 down.
I don't know why either. I think it was 2017, 2016, maybe somewhere around there. I don't remember.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. Redact what I said. I don't know why I have 07 in my notes. That's not right.
Bill Skarsgård. God, so creepy. So
the eye thing.
The
Did
eye
we talk
thing,
about the eye thing?
Yeah, he could just do that. Like, what the hell?
What the hell is wrong with you, Bill Skarsgård?
He is so mesmerizing to look at every time he's on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the sequel, which sucks because it's the continuation of the story. It's not like they just decided to, hey, let's just come up with something and make number 2. It was literally a part 1 and part 2 because the story is so long. And that makes me sad.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2.
All right, my number 1. I don't think he'll be on your list. I don't think he'll be your number 1. He might be though, and if he is, he'll be our one agreement, and we'll keep the streak alive. Otherwise, our streak of having at least one agreement will be broken. I'll be sad. Award-winning, iconic, award-winning, and honestly, this movie and its performance ruined this character for anyone else who would even think about it.
Is it Dracula from The Last Demeter?
No, that just ruined the idea of Dracula for me as a fan of Dracula.
Okay.
No,
well, you threw me off when you said award winning. So
I'm talking about Sir Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal, Dr. Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs.
Dang, that's number 1.
He is captivating, but he's terrifying, but he's charming, but he's creepy. All right, he can be whatever he needs you to think of him as at any point in time. His eyes, and Anthony Hopkins' performance is award-winning, and rightfully so, right? But every time he looks at you, he's not looking at you. He looks through you. He is calculate. He has sized you up physically, mentally, emotionally, and he's figuring out the puzzle that is whoever he's looking at, how to best dismantle them in whatever way he can. He is a monster.
Honestly, I kind of forgot about Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, I wondered if he would make your list or not. Yeah. And you know, he's the monster that captures a monster, but the whole time he's helping Clarice, he's playing this game to help himself. Everyone's playing checkers and he's playing chess, right? He has so many plates spinning at one time, and no one even knows. They don't even realize how intricate his plans are until it's too late. And he ultimately, spoilers, he escapes, right? All the while helping Clarice catch Wild Bill. And we talked about Vader in like the original Star Wars. setting such what am I even trying to say? I'm just picturing Anthony Hopkins staring at me and I can't focus and he freaks me
Wearing
out.
that cop's face.
Right? Yeah. But Vader coming on screen for such a short amount of time through that movie, but he already just sets audiences, on the edge of their seat going, "Oh my God, look at that guy," right? Anthony Hopkins is in that movie for 7 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's not there very
And
long.
he won the Oscar for Best Actor that year
that's
for
pretty awesome.
10 minutes of airtime or screen time. So, no, by far the best horror movie villain. Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs. I don't even care whose yours is. It's not gonna. I'm now challenging you to join me up on this level.
Well, my number one was your number two, The Thing. That movie and those creature designs have had such an impact on me throughout my whole life.
I've seen your art.
Again, that's one of the things that influence my artwork. So that's definitely got to be my number one.
You're deeply troubled, man.
There's so much wrong with me.
I know. I've seen your artwork.
But yeah, that's my number one. Is The Thing. Even the Windows monster.
Now, to be fair, we're not talking about the Windows monster. We're talking about the monster that bit Windows' head and then threw the very obvious puppet into the ceiling.
It was so terrible. But everything else in that movie is, God,
he
so
does
good.
achieve levitation, I think, at some point in that.
Like, what the hell was that all about?
That's not one of the monster's better moments, but
no.
Fantastic movie, fantastic monster, 100%.
Hannibal Lecter, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
When's the last time you watched Silence of the Lambs?
I have not watched that in probably 20 years.
Oh, my wife and I watched it a few months ago.
Really?
Which then proceeded, after we watched that, and we were so captivated by Anthony Hopkins' performance and just how good of a movie Silence of the Lambs, we then watched all three.
Hannibal was where it kind of lost me. It was just the over-the-top gore part of it.
Yeah.
Some of it was like you're doing it just because you can do it.
Yeah.
When he's feeding it Ray Liotta his own brain. Like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I've seen Manhunter. Because didn't they remake that? Or Red Dragon?
Red Dragon.
Manhunter is what?
That is a Hannibal Lecter movie, but it's not one of the Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
But that is, I think Manhunter might be Red Dragon, but Red Dragon is Anthony Hopkins ones. And if I'm wrong, audience, please let me know. I know I've seen Manhunter, but that one's been a little bit for me. I don't totally remember that one.
I'll have to revisit those.
And you know what? Red Dragon is Anthony Hopkins opposite
Edward Norton. I like Edward Norton.
And their relationship, because it's kind of the same premise, as now Hannibal Lecter is incarcerated, but they need his help to catch another killer. But where Lecter and Clarice Starling have this odd relationship that at times it's horrifying and then at times it's almost sweet and genuine and you don't really know what to think. The Norton character is the one who caught Lecter. And now he's going back to the now incarcerated Hannibal Lecter for help. And that relationship is hostile.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Actually, Hannibal Lecter, through encoded message, sends the killer, the Red Dragon, Edward Norton's home address.
Oh, shit.
He shows up to kill Norton and his family.
I might have to revisit those. It's been a minute since I've seen them.
Hannibal and is probably the weakest, like you said, for the reasons you mentioned. Red Dragon's all right. It's fine. It's enjoyable. Silence of the Lambs, though, is a whole nother level of film. But for no other reason, do it for Anthony Hopkins. He's so good. And also a surprisingly large man. Anthony Hopkins is a big dude.
Is he really?
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, I don't have anything.
As you daydream about Anthony. Let's see. Well, I can see it in your
I was
eyes.
thinking of like what movie I've seen him in recently.
He was in the Benicio del Toro werewolf movie, which is better than people give it credit for.
Yeah, I never have seen that either.
He's big in that too.
I think the last movie I seen him in was the Transformers movie.
I've never seen a Transformers movie, and I'm actually a little sad that he's in one. I hope he was paid millions of dollars.
The first one, it's good.
Oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna do. Can I mention a honorable mention?
Oh,
I have an
yes.
honorable mention that didn't make the list.
I do too, actually.
Oh, well, please go ahead.
I want to hear yours.
No, I want to hear yours.
Okay. Mine.
I do have an honorable mention though.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I thought I'm even looking at it, but I was so excited to talk about Hannibal.
So my honorable mention is from a movie from 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Came out in October of 2020. It got very mixed, kind of low reviews. It got kind of jumbled in with a couple of other horror movies that were really, really terrible. Mine is The Empty Man.
I've never heard of that.
I didn't figure you would have. It's it's a supernatural horror movie about this ex-cop who is investigating a missing girl, but then he discovers this secret cult.
Okay.
And I can't really get into any more details about it without spoiling a whole bunch of things. But
For a movie podcast.
I'm not going to spoil this one.
Okay.
There's 3 moments where you actually run into the Empty Man. He makes an appearance, rather. And each one of them is fucking terrifying. There was a bunch of there was the Bye Bye Man, and then Slender Man came out around the same time. And I think he just kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever get a chance, check it out. It's
The Empty Man.
The Empty Man. I was looking for this on DVD or Blu-ray or something. I cannot find it. I can't get it on Amazon. I went to the store, Entertain Mart. They didn't have it. I've been trying to find this forever.
Are you sure this is a real movie, not just something you had a fever dream about?
Yeah, it might be. It might have been a COVID dream. But no, I remember watching it on HBO Max. But it's not on HBO Max anymore, so I don't know. But yeah, check it out. It is
The Empty Man.
The Empty Man. Super creepy.
Well,
who's your honorable mention?
I too have an honorable mention. And for best honorable mention for best horror movie villain goes to WWE Hall of Famer and all-around wrestling legend and icon, The Undertaker. And we're talking specifics, right? If you're saying, well, he's not scary, watch the 1998 King of the Ring, where he murders Mick Foley in Hell in a Cell, and he murders a man, and it's terrifying to watch.
So is Mick Foley undead?
He's indestructible, apparently. He might, after that match, he might be officially undead at this point.
Was that King of the Ring?
Yeah. King of the Ring 98.
Yes, because the match after that was when Kane won the belt.
From Austin.
From Austin.
Yeah.
In that first blood match.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that match he had with Mick Foley, Undertaker.
Yeah,
man.
Undertaker, Mankind, Hell in a Cell, King of the Ring 98. Undertaker murders a man, and it's terrifying to watch. Undertaker, honorable mention in top horror movie villain.
Okay. Well,
that's all I got.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to sign off now.
I'll let you do the sign up. You're clearly killing it over there.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything else? You ever have any other honorable mentions?
No, I'm
No?
good.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed our top 10 horror
Horror.
movie villains.
So dumb.
And we're going to keep turning out these top 10 lists. They're so much fun. I have so much fun coming up with them. I have so much fun discussing them. If you have any suggestions on ones we can do, hit us up. Let us know. Well, in the meantime, have a happy Halloween. Stay safe out there, everybody. Check your damn candy. Don't go to homes without their porch light on. All in all, just have a good time. And once again, be safe.
You didn't mention who either of us or the show.
My name is Tevis. This is Jake. We are Ticket Price, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your day just to listen to us ramble on about a bunch of bullshit. Peace out.
You're deeply troubled, man.